All right, let's try this for the third time. Earlier today, I did my daily money with Janae, and had done the entire thing. And thank goodness it was only like 7 minutes long. But when I uploaded it, somebody inboxed me and said they couldn't hear it. So I decided to try to do it again for a second time. Thank goodness people said they couldn't hear me. They could not hear me, so I started this again. So can everybody hear me now? Those that are on here, can you hear me? Because what I think the problem was the filter I was using, which was the Merry Christmas filter, and it blocks out the sound, so you can hear me. Awesome. So this is your daily money with Janae live. I was going to do one, not a daily money. I was going to do a live about speaking engagements and free speaking engagements and when you should do them or if you should do them, but I'm going to wait till tomorrow because earlier today when I was going to do that live, I had went through some things with healthcare with my son, so I thought it'd be a great opportunity to talk about money and healthcare. All right, so my son has had a nebulizer for over a decade. Okay, we have had a nebulizer when I was in corporate America. We had another nebulizer when I was out of corporate America. And that was the one that no, this is another one. Okay, this is another one. So, when we were in Europe, and if you've been to Europe, you know that their plugs are different, obviously. And so I had bought the adapters for France and Europe, which, by the way, both of them have different outlets. So while we're in France, we took his nebulizer with us just in case he have any kind of breathing episodes or anything, because that's what a nebulizer is. Sorry, I didn't explain that. It's the mask you put on your face when people who have asthma. And so we took it with us, and it probably was like the third night that we decided to use it. Now, I had already put my cell phone in that plug, my MacBook Pro in the plug, the iPad in the plug, my mother's Samsung phone in the in the outlet. We go to plug up his nebulizer, and he's taking it. All of a sudden, he starts screaming and throws it off his face because it's smoking and about to catch on fire. So needless to say, the nebulizer was destroyed. All right, filled up smoke in the room, some in the hallway. I had opened up the windows. It was at night. It was like 9 o'clock at night, and I'm just like, please don't let these people come up here in this hotel talking about the smell. All right, or trying to charge me for something. So it was destroyed. So when we got back, my husband, he tried to fix it. He could not, because you just can't fix it. So we threw it away. Now, it was scary, and he just, he was about to go to sleep. Like, he takes it to go to sleep, and he just started smelling the smoke, and that's why he threw it off, and he just started running. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I see the smoke. I hear it, unplug it and like take it outside. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. So yeah. So that when we got back to the States, I was just like, yeah, I'll get to it. Mainly because when I was in corporate America, it was free. But I still seeing how much it costs. And I swear it was like $300 for this machine, this breathing machine. And then when he broke that one, I was out of corporate America and basically on my own health care. All right. And when I called the company, because I called the pediatrician first, and they was like, anytime that those things break, you can just call the company, and sometimes they'll, let you send it back in and buy another one at discounted price. I promise you that thing, first of all, in corporate America, when I seen what they charged for, it was like $300. When we broke it the first time, it was $150 that I had to pay. So I'm already thinking to myself, I'm going to have to pay like $300, $200, whatever for this machine. I done looked on Amazon, and I was like, I can't be buying this machine from Amazon. And then I looked up the company that the other one was from, and I don't think it's even in business anymore, so I got to find a new one. I called to the pediatrician. They was saying, I got to go through insurance or whatever, or you need to call the company and see how you can pay for it. Call the pharmacy. They don't sell them anymore, but they gave me a name of a medical supply store here in town to see if they had one. I go in there today because my son was coughing last night. This morning woke me up, and everything. And I was like, I got to get that thing. So I go in there, and I said, do y'all sell nebulizers? They got all the stuff in there. They got canes and wheelchairs and all that stuff. So it's really a medical supply store. And she said, yeah, we have a nebulizer. I was like, well, she said, well, we can't sell it to you without a prescription. Fine. I said, okay, I want to see how much it costs. Where is it at? Let me see how much it costs. This is the one that my son had, the one he put on the face. The adults, I think they put the one in their mouth or something like that. So she says, let me look it up so I know I'm not telling you, story or anything. She looks it up. She said, well, the adult one is $29.99. $29. I'm like, oh, okay. $29. What? I said, okay, maybe the kids, the one that my son had, maybe that's a lot more because it's for children and it's bigger. So she said, well, we had a children one. It's not in stock right now. The children one looks like the animals, which is what my son's look like. And she said, and it goes on your face. So she's describing it to the T of what it looks like. She said, well, let me look it up. $39. What? So when it was ran through my insurance, it was $300. When I got it from the company and sent the broke one back, it was $150. I go to this medical supply store, the same exact thing is $39. Moral of the story, and why this for Daily Money with Janae, is that you have to look around for discounts with your health care. What I mean by that is the medications you or your family may have to get, any kind of devices you have to get, like this nebulizer, EpiPen, whatever, inhaler, whatever, highway robbery, I'm telling you. Whatever it is, you have to look for the discounts. Especially if you're not on an employer-sponsored healthcare plan. Or you're not in Canada or UK where they get their healthcare paid for. If you're not in any of those places, if you work for yourself and you deal with your own healthcare, you have got to search around for the discounts, okay? And that's what was, I do that anyway, but this was enforced even more today. After I seen that machine is $39, maybe $49 at the most. Like, I called for that prescription immediately to get it sent to this medical supply store. But next time you go to the pharmacy, and if you have any medications or your family has any medications that are too high, ask them for discount cards. I was in the healthcare industry for 10 years. This is how I know that these things are available and that things can be seriously not priced right, okay? Some insurance companies, I used to sell Zyrtec. Some insurance companies would give it to you for free. Some would charge you $80 for a 30-day supply. Some things would be completely more than that. It's just how they were negotiated. And so you got to be able to find the discounts where you can in your healthcare. I've been an entrepreneur for 8 years now in my business. So I've gotten it kind of under control. But I remember when I first started having my own healthcare, and my son's inhaler was ridiculously priced, like maybe $150 each or whatever. The pharmacist, thank goodness, recommended this little yellow drug card that brings it down to $50. $50 each time I have to get it, which is a big savings because we have to get it multiple times a year, and so that saves us money. But you got to find the discounts where you can. And also, another thing that I was talking about earlier when nobody could hear me is just being able to take care of yourself, your own health now, while you're young. Now, I am not the most, healthy person. I need to drink more water. I need to eat better. I know that. But I also know the reason I need to do that is because healthcare when you get older is a lot more expensive. The doctor's appointments are more expensive. You got more doctors if you ain't took care of yourself. And the drugs are way more expensive. Because if you get to the point, now take it from somebody who's in the industry, if you get to the point that people who have heart disease or diabetes, they have to have multiple drugs. listen to me when I tell you this. They have to have, if they got high blood pressure, they got to have an ACE inhibitor. They have to have, usually it's 3 to 5 blood pressure pills to get your blood pressure down to normal. 3 to 5. So 3 to 5 medications you have to pay for. If that blood pressure starts to creep into heart disease, then you also have to have what they call a statin. So like Lipitor. Then if you end up getting diabetes, so these are people what they call metabolic syndrome. They got blood pressure, heart disease, and diabetes. And they're usually all related anyway. When you have diabetes, you might have insulin. You may have had a pill before you have insulin. You can end up, if you got metabolic syndrome, you can easily have to pay for 10 different pills or medications a month. And that is not including your doctor visits every month. It is expensive when you get older to have health care, every aspect of health care, if you don't take care of yourself when you're younger. Like I said, I am someone who does not drink enough water, hardly water at all. Okay, let's be truthful. And I don't eat the best at all. So I am trying to work on that, mainly because of my finances. I would like to keep majority of my money when I get older. I don't want to go to the doctor all the time. I don't want to take medications around heart disease or blood pressure, and definitely not diabetes. Like, none of that. I want to not take any drugs at all. I want to just take Tylenol if I need to, but I don't want any prescriptions if I don't have to have them, unless I get a cold or something. Then, okay, antibiotic, we're done. But that's why I wanted to get on here with this Daily Money with Janae. Please, please, please research medications that you may have or your family may have, like you got children and stuff, because this story was about my child, and see how you can save money on it, okay? Because like when those who came in on it late, go back to the beginning here, the prices of nebulizers over the years for me and what I found it for today. And that's why I am going to reinforce it to myself that I do not just accept the price, but I look around and search around if a price seems to be too out of control. All right. So I hope everybody has had a great Thursday. This is your Daily Money with Janae today. Tomorrow I am probably going to talk about speaking and speaking engagements and just the difference between when to do free speaking engagements, if you even need to do free speaking engagements, at what point is it okay to do free like all of that. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow on here. So hope everybody has a great day, and I will talk to you all soon. I hope y'all heard me this time, because earlier nobody heard me, so I had to do this over again. So everybody have a good night. Bye-bye.